All right, ladies, welcome to workout number 1. This is pretty much a total body, nice, gentle workout that starts with a little bit of a warm-up movement and starts to progress into the actual workout itself. Okay, so we have 12 exercises. We're going to do each for 30 seconds. There will be a 15-second break where we'll transition and get ready for the next. At the end, if you want more, rewind to the beginning and do it again. Do it anywhere between 1 to 4 times. But if you're a beginner and you are not used to the regular activity, by all means, keep it gentle, reduce the range of motion, listen to your body, and do it once through. As we progress, you will get stronger, you will build your endurance, and you will improve and find that certain things that may have felt challenging once before begin to feel less so. Okay, are you ready to work out? Let's go. So here we go. Stepping side to side, tapping the floor. And as you start getting more warmed up, you can add those arms overhead. So we're working through the legs, through the shoulders, upper back. And as we do this, stand nice and tall, okay? Remember that get taller tip? I want you to think of really lifting that spine out of that low back and standing nice and tall to the top of your head, or hands can be here. And if you want to add a little more of a challenge, you can bring those knees up in front too. All right, that's our transition time. We're moving into some heel digs with an upper body press. Skip the press if you want and just keep the legs. Here we go. So we're gonna dig those heels. If you want to add the press. So as we dig that heel, we slightly tilt at the hip, take that little bit of a dynamic movement through the hamstring, dig through the heel, dig, and push through the opposite heel too. Add the arms. If you want to add a little more, get that body warmed up and moving. So think of pushing through quicksand here. Dig and push, or if this is enough, just dig the heels and leave the hands. That's it. All right, there's our transition. We are heading into some butt kicks. I will show you with arms and without. Basically, you're going to be kicking your bum with your heel. Slightly lean forward as you kick so that you're not arching. And remember to keep that core braced. Stand tall and feel those abdominals working. So here we go. We're kicking and rowing, pulling with those arms, squeezing between those shoulder blades to warm up through the mid-back, or hands can be here. Nice and gentle. If you are on a hard surface, try to do all of these so that you can't hear your feet touching the floor. Okay, so nice and gentle. Your muscles provide the shock absorption and the cushioning here. Or use those arms. If you want to engage in more muscles, take those elbows out to the side for a bigger pull. All right, transitioning into the next. We've got some half squats. Now I'm going to take this into a narrow squat because I want to work in a little bit more through the glute and the hip and less leg. So narrow up your stance, feet under your hips, and you're gently sitting back. Okay, almost like there's a chair behind you and you're trying to stick your butt back and reach for that chair. So small movements here. Hands can be in front or at your hips. Lift the spine. Now think about really engaging the core. So as you squat, don't let it go and avoid rounding forward. Keep the shoulders back. And think of shining that chest up to the sky here, nice and slow. Feeling all those big muscles starting to wake up. All right, we are moving into our Plie Two Leg Taps. So we're gonna come into a nice wide stance here. A wide stance. Drop those knees and then push the knees behind you if you can. All right, we're just gonna tap, come back to center, and tap. All right, so nice and wide, and keep those knees out. If you wanna add a little more, you can lift that foot up and tap. Stay low, try not to stand, and come back down. I want you to stay low, okay? Shift side to side, working through the inner thighs, glutes, outer thighs, or add the tap, but stay low. Just shifting side to side, starting to feel that. All right, shake that out. We've got some hip bridges. So onto the floor, ladies here. Feet hip distance apart. Head and shoulders on the floor. Heels close to the bum to start. Engage the core. And you're gonna lift your whole upper body off the floor and your back and your glutes. Keeping the upper shoulders and head on the floor. Hands relaxed. So up, hold, squeeze, and slow. Now try not to roll through the tailbone here. Think of from the base of your spine all the way to the top of your body. One big long line lifting together without scooping that tailbone under, and really squeezing through those glutes. Squeeze and lower. Good. Hopefully you feel your butt from those. All right, next up, we've got some seated single knee switches. Great for the core. Feet hip distance apart, roll the shoulders back. We're gonna lift one knee to the chest and bring it back down. Now, as you do this, I want you to flex forward and then open through the chest. Flex and open. Option here or challenge, no hands. As you crunch forward, you curl. As that foot comes down, you sit tall. Or both of these together. Crunch and lower. If you feel anything in the lower back, don't sit back quite as tall or as far. Sit up a little higher and stick to the one knee at a time. Okay, that's our transition. We're gonna go into some plank shoulder taps. From the knees hip distance apart. I want you to grab those hands, shoulder width apart, and then dive forward like you're diving into a pool. Pull the belly away from the floor, and you're gonna really squeeze through the glutes and the core and tap. The opposite shoulder nice and slow here as you push that floor away. So think of keeping that shoulder right over the elbow as you tap. Try not to sink into your arms here. Push that floor away and don't let gravity pull your belly to the floor. I want you to fight it. Squeezing through the bum and rest. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna go from that right into some resistive push-ups. Same starting position. Lengthen that spine. Brace the core, get taller right through the top of your head. And we're gonna go slow, 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 slow. And then push yourself back up. Nice, long, strong torso. And push yourself back up. Maybe you want to take your hands a little wider. Maybe this is as wide as you go, nice and slow. Maybe you'd like to experiment for a little bit of a challenge. Take those hands nice and close. Really protect that low back. If you feel any pinching through the low back, really engage that abdominal area even more. All right, we're gonna do some sideline straight leg lifts. So on one arm, leg in front of you, straight out from that waist, hand here to support. We're gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. Now, if you wanna add challenge, take that hand off the floor. Feel the core nice and strong. Push through the heel as you lift and lower, feeling this right here. Awesome. If you need, take it down a notch, push through the heel, but bring your foot away from your waist and keep it closer to the other foot. Here we go. Awesome. And let's switch. So on the other side, you could have your arm extended all the way or hand here. All right, take that leg in front of you. And let's get ready. Lift and lower. Again, focus on just that leg, no helping, or hand here if you need a little help, or take the leg further down to minimize the intensity. You choose. Here we go. Pushing through that heel. Because we work to the opposite side, you will also be feeling the opposite side, even though we've switched to a new working leg. Awesome. All right, ladies, we have one more exercise to do here. We've got a lying arrow, and we're gonna pull our hat off. So, hands by your thighs. We're gonna come up like an arrow. Keep those feet on the floor, keeping your upper body off the floor. Reach overhead. Swing those arms back down. Tuck that chin slightly. Swing the arms up. Now, as you do this, I want you to think of lengthening that spine, pushing those feet into the floor so that they're not lifting. Come on up. Nice and tall. Get taller through the top of your head. Reach those fingers. Sweep. Maybe you're here. This is fine. Do what you can. And rest. Wonderful. That was fantastic. This is the time now. If you wanted to start again from the beginning, you can redo it right from the beginning. 2, 3, 4 times through. If you just are sticking with the one, awesome. Thank you for moving with me, and great job.